movement. He does the job that he needs to do and get that back on the exit. Absolutely brilliant.
We just witnessed the greatest moment in world history as an esport. It was absolutely incredible.
Overcome the biggest team to win the Intel Extreme Masters.
Good morning, welcome to ESL TV for the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge of Chengdu. Joining me is Matt Ryder today. Of course, we had James Harding here yesterday. Of course, I am Joe Miller. And Matt, we're going into the second day of action here in Counter-Strike, and that can only mean one thing: the quarterfinals and the semi-finals even today as well. Why don't you give us a rundown on what's happened so far this morning while we've been asleep?
Well, there's been some fascinating games. We saw Titans go up against Fnatic, which ended in a 2-1 nail-biter in favour of the boys from Fnatic. And, you know, some might say they're still lucky to be in the tournament after a rough group stage. Fox surprisingly defeated WNV, who were on fire yesterday. Yeah. So quite a nice comeback after WNV managed to take them out in the Continental Finals Asia in Season 3.
Well, that's going to give us a mouth-watering semi-final over on one side of the bracket. We made Fox versus Fnatic. Now we have to concentrate on the top half of the bracket, which is Tyloo against Mouz Sports and EG against SK. Again, two great matches, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, EG versus SK will be the game we're broadcasting. It's going to be a thriller. We recently saw EG in action at the WCG qualifiers, where they had a very rocky tournament. They were playing with a ringer, Tubby, but they managed to take it in the end, coming from the lower bracket against Turmoil. And, well, as for SK Gaming, new lineup changes. There's a lot to see here today.
Well, we saw SK in action yesterday with Face and Crystal, and they looked really, really strong. A lot of people, of course, are, saying that this new SK lineup haven't had all that much time to prepare and we can't expect too much from them. But after what we saw yesterday, to be honest, I'm pretty much expecting great things from the Swedish outfit in this tournament.
Yeah, maybe we'll see a sort of repeat of what happened with Fnatic at the global finals. Maybe those two new faces will really give them a freedom to sort of, play their own game, bring something new to the table, surprise some of the teams out there. But we do have some highlights from yesterday, which we are going to bring up. So if you missed any of the action yesterday, here's a feeling of how it all went down, and you can really see what the atmosphere is like over in Chengdu.
So that was day one of Chengdu, and of course, today is day two. So Matt, what are your expectations for these games coming up? Of course, we have Mouz Sports against Tyloo, the Germans against the Chinese. The Chinese team's been doing well here. Of course, WMV losing out to We Made Fox in their quarterfinal, though. Who's your favourite for that one?
Well, I think Mouz Sports looked pretty strong in the group stages, to say the least. I mean, but this game ahead, EG versus SK, I'm really excited about this, particularly after having watched, some of the WCG qualifiers on HLTV. I think Storm's been looking very strong. Nothing is, pretty strong as always. Nothing is nothing. That didn't make sense. Anyway, SK Gaming, what are your expectations for them? Because Face and Crystal, obviously two players with a lot of experience, but, they had the time to gel, and is it really necessary?
Well, this is what I said, just a couple of minutes ago, that a lot of people say you can't rely too much on SK this event because they've got a new lineup. They may not have trained as much as people, or as they want to even. So I think we can't pin too much on SK. After all, they are a new lineup. But look at Fnatic when they were a new lineup. They came to the Intel Extreme Masters Season 3 Continental Finals, where they finished, I believe it was 4th. And then they went to the Global Finals and won the whole thing. So, that fresh bit of talent in your lineup, and there maybe the unpredictability as well of your new team can really throw your opponents off. And I think SK definitely going to be the favourites here going up against EG. We did see EG in action yesterday, and as you say, Storm looks brilliant. I'm just really interested to see this game and how it all pans out.
Yeah, me too, certainly. And looking back to yesterday, I remember we had a chat after the games, and you told me WNV, were a complete powerhouse. Are you a little bit disappointed that they got knocked out by We Made Fox?
I am, actually. We Made Fox yesterday didn't look their strongest. We saw them play up against a draw with K23. And I think that We Made Fox recently haven't been what we've seen from them in the past, They'll come in today. They've obviously come off a good win there against WNV, who yesterday looked amazing. They beat Mouse Sports as well. Their other game against CD was very, very easy for them. I mean, they had no problems with that one. And I expected great things from WNV. I mean, they've come top 8 here, obviously going out in the quarterfinals. But I think We Made Fox deserve to have a good run. They practice so much. These guys, you know, they literally live and breathe Counter-Strike over in the We Made Fox training house. So I think that Fox, if they keep kind of pushing themselves a bit harder every game, then they can go very, very far in this tournament. Obviously, they're up against Fnatic next, which is a real hard task. I mean, Fnatic yesterday didn't have the greatest of days. They get through their group in second, and, well, they put it this way, they were maybe some would say a little lucky to do that as well. I mean, they relied on the other results from SC United and Tyloo, which ended in a draw. If SC United would have won that one by enough, then, you know, Fnatic may have just not even been here today. But I think Fnatic have that kind of thing about them where group stages, they're not always the strongest, but when they hit those playoffs, when they hit the big names, I think that they really step it up. And they only played Titans, and I know that sounds a little bit harsh saying they only played Titans, but don't forget that Titans coming into the playoffs are definitely the outsiders here, and they played a close game. So I think Fnatic still maybe not looking their best. We'll have to see how they step up to the plate against We Made.
I think you're absolutely right. They are a team that sort of build up momentum as the tournament progresses. And, well, as for WNV, I particularly wanted to see them sort of compete on the international scene. They did so well in Season 3, beating We Made Fox in the Asian Continentals. But, you know, they weren't able to attend the Globals because Savage had visa issues, incidentally, for the second time. And, I'm a little bit disappointed not to see them play against some of these big names. And also K23 and Made in Brazil, I wanted to see more than from them. And both of them, they just missed out on the upper brackets or the brackets rather, by a whisker.
Well, I think K23 were a little unlucky. They looked strong in their games yesterday. And don't forget, that was the group of death as well. SK, Fox, K23, the hardest group in the tournament without a doubt. And I think K23, as you said, maybe a little bit unlucky to go through there. But we made Fox in there, and they very, very well to come through against WMV, in my opinion. As far as MIBR goes, they're having a terrible time right now. I mean, there's so many lineup changes going on. They've not been stable for a long time now, and they've not produced good results for a long time either. And I think they're falling off the map a little.
Yeah, you could be right. Although I did hear in an interview, I think it was with Warden, that they had some problems with, well, not so much problems, but apparently they arrived in Chengdu just like literally 3 hours before their game was about to begin. And that's a pretty long flight, you know, from Brazil over to Chengdu. So they might have arrived at the event pretty tired, pretty worn out going into that, and may not have been playing at their best in those group stages.
Well, the thing is that these teams know when they're playing, right? So why would you turn up 3 hours before? I mean, I'm not sure what the circumstances are there, whether...
That's normally down to the management, I suppose, but whoever was booking those flights.
But still, a flight like that changing so many time zones, if you're going to go to a tournament and you expect to do well, you're going to turn up 1 or 2 days before. Yeah,
that should be the manager's responsibility to sort that out have the players' interests at heart. But... also very surprising result at the Brazilian WCG qualifiers. Made in Brazil actually losing to Fire Gamers. And a really interesting story behind that, actually, because Bit, I think it was, he moved over to Made in Brazil. He was lured by, apparently, the money and the big-name sponsorships. And Fire Gamers... Again. It was a real revenge match, wasn't it? And Fire Gamers, they came from a lower bracket, and they, against all odds, they managed to take down Made in Brazil.
Well, the thing is that Bit was in Fire Gamers before, and Fire Gamers actually said, look, this guy knows all our strats, we're not going to do too well here, it's going to be hard. But they still managed to come out and beat MIBR. So, that's the kind of Brazilian scene. We're just waiting for EG and SK to get on the server. Of course, Mouse Sports and Tyloo will be playing over on the other side, so hopefully we can kind of hook up and maybe see some of that game as well, and certainly bring you updates on the scores. But for now, we're going to take a quick commercial break here while these guys get ready. Don't go anywhere. It's SK versus EG coming up next.
Welcome to Intel Extreme Masters in Chengdu. You're watching ESL TV.
Yeah, we are watching ESL TV, or you are. We're not watching it. Well, we kind of are because we've got it over there. Matt, actually, you threw me off here because the plan last night when I went home was actually to watch Mouz Sports against Tyloo. And then you came in and threw me off by saying EG versus SK. When actually, we're going to watch Tyloo versus Mouz Sports.
Right, okay.
So that one should be coming up here pretty quickly, actually, on the server. We have 6, and I guess all 5 Tyloo players and a few EG guys warming up there as well. So that one's going to be coming up for you first. Not sure on the map. They're on Dust 2 at the moment. Let's communicate with China and ask the admins.
Yep. If any of you watching at home sort of want to get involved, want to discuss who you think's going to win, want to discuss the action yesterday, then make sure you leave your comments below. And we might even
or at tv.esl.eu because we know we have the stream up in a few places around the interwebs.
We do indeed. And we might just give away a few ESL TV premiums if we're feeling generous. To the best comments. So make sure you let us know what you think. We will be reading out maybe a couple of those later. And well, the game ahead.
Mouz Sports versus Tyloo.
Mouz Sports. Yeah, Mouz Sports losing to WNV yesterday. I think it was 23-7.
Yeah.
So bit of
actually, it was 16-6. They didn't
16-6.
They didn't actually play the rounds out because it was the last game of the group, and well, Mouz Sports were already through and WMV were already through, so they just needed to play to 16.
Okay, so not too much pressure for Mouz Sports, and they knew that they were going to make it through, but not a great result against WMV, but they were very strong, weren't they?
Well, interesting actually. That was Dust 2 as well. We're going to be seeing here Tyloo versus Mouz Sports on Dust 2 as well, and we know that Mouz Sports are a great Dust 2 team, which really surprised me the way they were beaten yesterday by WMV. I don't know, maybe they saw the results in the group stages earlier on. I mean, they played first, so they may have seen the Fnatic group stage results and thought, well, let's kind of stick it in number 2, because if Mouz Sports had finished number 1, maybe they'd have ended up playing Fnatic. Although, you know, this tournament kind of went a little bit weird as far as the whole 1 and 2 places went, with EG finishing second to Titans, and actually it worked out good for a lot of the teams that they finished second. Not so much EG because they landed up against SK, who are looking very, very good here. That game will actually be played on Train, the SK versus EG one, and like we said, we'll try and keep you updated on all the scores from that one. We're just waiting for Mouz Sports to get themselves in here. But Matt, who, you know, for your money, who's going to win this game?
I've got to go with Mouz Sports. I mean, particularly on Dust 2, they're a team with so much experience under their belt. But as we've said so many times before, the Asian and European playstyles often very, very different. So much contrast there, and it's one of those things where you never quite know what will happen. Tyloo, not one of the strongest teams in Asia, although
I think they are one of the strongest teams in Asia.
Well, I mean, how would you place them? Would you say they're as good as Titans? I mean, obviously WNV.
I'd say they were better than Titans, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, Tyloo, we saw them at E-Stars. They played brilliantly there. I mean, what other teams in Asia would you put above them? We Made Fox.
Yeah, We Made Fox.
WNV.
And WNV. I mean, you've got to go WNV.
Well, we'll see. I think that Tyloo, I mean, they beat Fnatic yesterday.
Yep.
They're looking, and they didn't even just beat Fnatic, you know, they destroyed Fnatic 23-7 overall in that game on Inferno. And you know, Inferno is not the greatest map for Fnatic, but still, that's a huge result for Tyloo, and they performed brilliantly at E-Stars as well. And I think that they're going to give Mouz Sports a really good game here and could win this one. It's not an easy one to call, in my opinion.
Right. Okay. So. Expecting surprises, expecting maybe a few upsets in this game. Let's see how it pans out. And well, if any of you guys were wondering who Team CD were yesterday, they were a last-minute replacement. And yeah, nothing more to say really. I just wanted to bring that up. Yeah.
Yeah, they were knocked out in the group stages. They were a replacement for Pincho Wings, who unfortunately one of their players couldn't get a visa from Uzbekistan to get into China. So that was a last-minute thing, and unfortunately they weren't really able to do much. I'm a little bit disappointed actually not to see SC United maybe move on a little bit further. Although if they would have, maybe Fnatic would have been the ones to sit out the latter stages of this tournament, which would have been a big shame as well. There's been so many interesting results in this one. I mean, Titans, for me, yesterday were brilliant. They lost 2-1 against Fnatic, and I think that Titans could have gone a little bit further if they'd have had, the look of the draw almost. I mean, even though they came through in first, it was always going to be hard because there are such high quality of teams finishing in second in this tournament in the group stages. So either way, it's not easy.
Yeah, and Titans were another team with sort of last-minute lineup changes, weren't they, before this event? And I like the fact that they're using a sort of a multinational roster here, and that's really nice to see. You don't see that very often anymore. And I'm always impressed with how well the Asian teams often perform at these tournaments, considering that they aren't able to practice against these European teams very regularly. It's there aren't that many big international events where you see these Asian teams participate.
Well, it's expensive, to fly teams out of Asia, and I'm guessing that the money is not quite the same in terms of sponsorship in Asia as it is in certainly not in Counter-Strike anyway. I mean, if you're talking about StarCraft, then it's a completely different story.
Of course, we made Fox R an exception, and it's been great to see that they've been given that financial backing and are able to attend events such as Game Goon Mexico. Yeah,
exactly, and that's something that'll make a big difference to Counter-Strike in Asia, that their teams can get out there and the fans really have something to cheer for, I mean, imagine if all these great Swedish teams couldn't get out of Sweden. The Swedish fan base wouldn't be as large as it is, and most people who aren't even Swedish support a Swedish team. So, interesting stuff there. We're still waiting actually for Mouse Sports to get on the server. We've got Cash and Tixo on here. I think all 5 from Tyloo actually ready. And actually, I've been told that both teams are ready, although I don't see that on my screen. So we'll have to see. I guess it's just updating itself. So Matt, Tyloo versus Mouse Sports. Who's the winner?
Who's the winner? Oh, I don't want to jinx this game, Joe. I don't want to, Let's just see what happens.
No. Let's not. Who's going to win the game?
What, you want to put money on it?
No, I don't want to put money on it. I just want to know who you think's going to win the game.
My feeling is that Mouse Sports are going to take it, but that's a boring choice.
Why?
Because Tyloo are the Asian team with flair, and they're the underdogs. So maybe I should sort of go with them. How about you? What are your thoughts?
Well, just to give you a rundown on what happens, Dust 2 is first. If Mouse Sports lose the first map, then we'll go to Nuke. If Tyloo lose, then we'll go to Inferno. Of course, it is best of 3 because we're in the playoffs. So you can really say that the best team is going to win in this kind of situation. I mean, best of 1, always a bit of a nightmare for some teams. When you do an elimination, you can end up with a map that you don't particularly enjoy or do well on, for example. But best of 3, you're going to see the best team coming out on top, and that's a great system.
Certainly, yeah, it is a good system. And the group stages can sometimes be a little bit painful, I think, with that 3-team system. I mean, it really does often come down to the wire, as we saw yesterday, with several teams getting draws and just so narrowly not managing to quite make it to that bracket stage.
Yeah, I mean, 3 teams in a group is very hard because you really don't have much of a chance. If you lose one game, then you've got so much pressure. If there's 4 teams in a group, it becomes a little easier as far as like each individual game goes. But when it's 3 teams and you draw or you lose your first game, then there's a lot of pressure on you moving forward there. So we have almost a full German side on the server. We have Fraud as well, who I don't know, maybe he wants to play for Mouse Sports here today. So
we're going to see Fox going up against Fnatic in next stage of the brackets. And, well, either EGUS or SK going up against either Mouse Sports or Tyloo. And Fox versus Fnatic, that should be a great game. There was actually an article posted just minutes ago on SK Gaming about the Titans Fnatic game. Apparently, Forrest was the man responsible for picking things up. No surprises there, but apparently it really came down to him in the later stages of that game, and he managed to clutch things for Fnatic and see them through to the next stage.
Yeah, to be honest, you can always rely on someone like Forrest or Get Right to do something like that. I mean, they're always big fraggers, and like they say, as soon as they're in the zone and they're concentrating, if you like, then it can be really nasty. And we're about to get the 9th round underway. HLTV seems to be
16-2 in the second game. Well, the initial game was 16-12 to Titans. Next game, Fnatic won 16-2, and the third and final game they won 16-3. So those last 2 games were a washout, and possibly an indication of how strong, how on fire Forest was earlier this morning.
Well, also Nuke is a good map for Titans. They beat EG on it yesterday, and EG are good at Nuke as well. I mean, they actually we made Fox quite convincingly at Game Good Mexico on Nuke as well. So
I'd like to see them.
They're a good team on that map.
Yeah, I'd like to see EG on Inferno today, actually, because their CT side looks really dodgy.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're in the 9th round here, and, things are already underway, and so far it looks good for Mouse Sports. There we go.
Capio actually getting a team kill onto Cash, but yeah, Mouse Sports will get to choose the opening side, and it looks as though they are going to stick with T.
Stick T, yeah, there's no real surprises there. We know Mouse Sports, how they play Dust 2, slow, and tactical. Slow and tactical is the way. Hopefully, Tyloo. I mean, that's the thing that WMV did so well yesterday against this side.
Yeah.
On Dust 2. I think that the Asian style counters the Mouse Sports style of playing Dust 2 because they're fast, they're aggressive, and I think Mouse Sports will have looked back at what they did yesterday against WMV and be maybe expecting the same here from Tyloo. So I think they'll be prepared for what's going to be thrown at them in this game. I still think it's really hard to call.
It'll be interesting to see how Mouse Sports can really cope with that aggression and that pace that these Asian teams so often bring to the table.
I think that the winner of Dust 2 is going to win the game. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that if Mouse Sports win this, then we're going to move on to Inferno, which is Tyloo's choice. And then even if they lose, Mouse Sports are going to pick their next best map. But I think the way we saw Inferno played yesterday by Tyloo, that if they, against Fnatic, which was a whitewash, if they win here on Dust 2, maybe lose the second map, but then they're going to go to Inferno, their choice, and that's when I think Mouse Sports are going to have a little bit of trouble, but we'll have to see. 3 maps, it can still go either way. This is a very, very close game.
Yeah. I wonder if Mouse Sports are going to sort of sit deep, or whether they're really going to, make, hard pushes, hard and early pushes early on this T side, or whether they'll just try and counter that aggression from Tyloo with just sitting back, waiting for those peaks, waiting for those unpredictable pushes which we so often see. But as you said, Joe, Dust 2, we know Mouse Sports are ever so solid on this one.
Yeah. Well, apparently we're just doing some config checks to make sure everyone's doing everything right, and then we should get things underway. Live, says the admin. Alex from Tyloo says go. And a quick rundown of the teams, of course. For Mouse Sports, we have Cash, Capio, Godb, Six, and Tixo. And for Tyloo, we have TB, Alex, XF, Carl, and Good Rifle. And, of course, Tyloo's Alex, one of the more famous players around maybe in this lineup. So, we've had the restarts map. We're going to get things underway. It's Mouse Sports versus Tyloo here. Quarterfinals of the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge Chengdu in Counter-Strike 1.6, of course. And let's see how this one pans out. The Mouse Sports spread at the moment is pretty much concentrated in making sure there are no early pushes from Tyloo. We've got Six
look at this
already
from Six.
edging his way over. towards that opposite side, over towards the B side. Let's get around to him.
He went for a little peek there, but in fact, no one from Tyloo actually sitting in that B bomb site. We've got Carl who's outside, and things are starting to kick off on the mid.
Yep, and it's a good start actually from Tyloo. Good rifle with a double. Finally, Cash will bring things back even here. But Mouse Sports now have a decision to make, and that decision looks to be a B move as they all edge their way around. And actually, that site is clear, I believe, now.
Yep.
That will allow Mouse Sports in to get the bomb down when Cash picks his position.
It was clear right from the start. Tyloo opting not to have anyone sitting in that site. Carl managing to take down Tixu. Now we're a 3-on-1. It's all going to be on Cash.
There goes Cash. He managed to take down Carl. There he goes with a headshot onto a good rifle. And well, he ran out of ammo there for that USP. Alex was already on top of him. And Tyloo are going to pick up the pistol round here on Dust 2. Good start for the Chinese team.
Yeah, very good start. I was actually surprised Mouse Sports opting not to go B after that peek from Sykes. I mean, he probably wasn't completely aware whether or not the site was entirely empty, but he did have a peek, and well, all the action seemed to take place in the mid. Let's see if Tyloo decide to put anyone in this B site this time. Carl is going to be in there, but Mouse Sports again choosing to sort of make their way through mid. They're all very bunched up. An HE down short could be deadly here. Alex and TB are going to be waiting around that corner.
Well, they're going to push here. Capio will open up things with the first frag. Six will take the second as TB did reply with a kill onto God B. And those grenades from the CT side pushing in, as you may expect. Six moving in. Good rifle goes down. We continue to push around here. Well, Tixo, oh, that was in middle with a FAMAS actually. XF and Carl had rotated around from the B side, and Tixo just replying, and that's exactly what Mouse Sports needed. Losing out on the pistol, buying up the second, and winning it. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for Mouse.
Yeah, it really paid in their favour actually, that short A push. 5 of them managing to group up and get that AK early on. Not that AK. Get the weapon at least early on. I think it was a FAMAS.
Well, let's have a look at this Mouse Sports push. You can see that again, they're pretty much spread out along those main 3 sides. Tixo over on the left by B. Capio was watching the long A double doors, but look at this stack here inside of that B site. 4 men for Tyloo. And let's see what they're going to go. Of course, they're back onto Eco. They bought up second round and lost it. And Mouse Sports here have forced them to rotate back around to A and are going inside B, which is great stuff here from the Germans. Completely fooled Tyloo. And that site is completely empty. Should be an easy round for them. Here goes Cash, just pinging those shots off through CT spawn. Good rifle and Alex both going down. Bomb is planted. And let's see now if Tyloo can get back around and do anything with this round.
2 on 5, 3 on 5. They might just go for those exit kills. They are indeed going to do that. XF is going to be sort of waiting in mid. And I think that will pretty much be the end of the round. Mouse Sports opting to run out towards T-spawn.
Yeah, keep themselves alive at the end of it. Not let Mouse Sports have any extra cash for mopping up those final frags. So Mouse Sports taking an early lead, and well, they'll be happy with it after losing pistol, bouncing straight back, and putting themselves into the lead with 2 rounds to 1.
We've only had 3 rounds so far, but my initial impressions are that Tyloo really like to take gambles with their positioning on CT. They seem to be very keen on stacking up a lot of players in one particular area, and they also seem to be pretty fast at rotating as well.
Well, I mean, we've seen, you know, an eco round there from Tyloo, which you can pretty much expect to stack anyway on Dust 2.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, it's only been 3 rounds, but let's see.
Capio could be in trouble there. He's taken a fair bit of damage. He will spray down. Got B and Cash both opening up, and Cash getting a little trigger happy there with the FAMAS. Godby will be picked off by his own teammate, but this should be an easy round for Mouse Sports either way. Only Alex remains here for Tyloo. And he's only got that USP in hand. Probably going to just wait out here by short and hope to grab something on the exit. No, he's not. He's going to have a look and see what he can get. But Six will be watching with the AK, and that's easy. 3-1 Mouse Sports. And now we should see Tyloo back in the money.
We shall, yeah. So, full buy up from Tyloo by the looks of things. And as per usual, these buy up rounds are crucial.
Look at this, Mouse Sports changing things up here. They've gone 4 men over towards B tunnels. Let's see if they push in early on this one. Let's give you a little bit of gamma here in a second. There. Colin, good rifle though will open up, and that's not good news for Mouse Sports. They are losing out 2 men early on, and Tyloo here only have to keep things even on this CT side, and then they'll have done their job. Six will actually be the man to push through middle, trying to isolate this B site.
He's gonna
Mouse Sports, but I think the plan will have to change now, losing those early 2 men.
Tyloo looking really sort of spread out here right now. We've got Alex, who's right down A long in the pit, backed up by TB. We've got XF, who's down in CT spawn, and Good Rifle, who's up in A. Carl's going to be in B, and as Mouse Sports make their way down, up short A, Good Rifle managing to take down Sykes, and it's just Cash and Capio remaining. Good Rifle finally taken down, and Mouse Sports are probably going to get the bomb down here.
Well, they're certainly pushing in there that way. TB is watching from long, as is Alex. XF and Carl are probably going to move their way through CT spawn. So, Mouse Sports here are going to make the plant for short, and so that they can cover that without exposing themselves. Smoke put down on the bomb. Here comes Cash, headshot onto TB. Good start to the defense here for Mouse Sports. XF comes in, it's all on Capio. 1 versus 3, XF will double it up at the end, and Tyloo come right back into this game at 3-2. XF couldn't actually find the bomb there, hidden in the smoke. And that could have just bought Mouse Sports enough time there, that smoke, but unfortunately they died off a little bit too early, and it becomes 3-2 to Mouse.
Yeah, it does. Good job managing to get the bomb down there. Mouse Sports aren't going to be too hard pressed for money. I mean, it's 3-2. We're now into the 6th round, and looks like we're going to see a split here from Mouse Sports. We've got Cash and Tixo both heading towards those B tons. We've got Capio actually throwing a smoke down along A, where Alex and TB are going to be yet again. Mouse Sports are going to just sort of take their time and try and get a feel for things here. We've got Godby with bomb in hand. Looks like he might make a push down short A. And Mouse Sports again opting to sort of, you know, try and take over that middle area, which can often be a real game breaker on Dust 2.
I mean, that's a standard Dust 2 strat is to smoke out the CT spawn, control the middle, and once you do that, the map's split into 2, and you can pick where you want to go. And chances are you've got half of the team in one side and half in the other. Although that would be 2.5 men, but you know what I mean. And once you do that, you can really pick off one side. But if you've got a man like XF causing all the trouble, then things can be a little different. Tixo has spotted a man there pushing down long A. Six is going to move in with that AWP and have a look. Godby has been sniped by Good Rifle. Oh, Six will miss a shot, something that we don't see all that often. As Alex will rifle him out. Carl in the CT spawn as well. And well, that was a great defense from from Tyloo. Mouse Sports, in my opinion, were a little too slow there. Yep. They'd run the clock down to 6 seconds before the last man died. So I think even if they'd have got those that first entry frag, then they still would have been a little hard pressed to get the bomb down in time.
Yeah, they might have been anticipating that Tyloo would peak or make a move, but yeah, far too slow, and they allowed Tyloo to sort of just kind of chip away at them. And again, we're going to see Tixu and Cash make a move in those B tons. They're just going to be sitting out, waiting in case any Tyloo members decide to peek.
Oh, good stuff from Cash there again. They've managed to take out the AWP player from Tyloo. That's a big thing here, but here comes XF. Aggressive through middle. He's got two. God B should have done better there from the short wall. But, wow, good start again from Tyloo. Alex here is taking a bit of damage from behind. It's a 3-on-2. Capio and Tixo remain. And all of a sudden it goes quiet. Still 50 seconds to go, so plenty of time to do something here.
We've got actually Carl sitting in the lower tons, and he could do a lot of damage here if he spots. Oof.
If he's fast enough to shoot Tixo in the head, which he wasn't there. Tixo was already expecting that. So we come down to a 2-on-2. It's Tixo and Capio versus XF and Alex. And I think Mouse Sports are going to open up this B site and get the bomb down there.
Yeah, and you know what? Tyloo might be in real trouble here. I mean, will they be able to get to that B site fast enough to challenge?
Well, they're going to go for it here by the looks of things. I think Seth starting to work his way in, or maybe not. Or are they just going to take the tunnels entrance? Tyloo look like they could make a move here. XF is definitely going around to peek. Fire down towards those boxes there. He's obviously giving his position away here now as he comes running in. Tixo there in one corner. Alex moving in through window. He gets the one. Can he find the other one? Brilliant play from Tixo there just to keep himself hidden. But he was too late when Alex got that USP frag. And he will actually die in the bomb blast. And that will be 4-3 Mouse Sports as they regain the lead.
Yep. So Tyloo just not quite quick enough, really. Their positioning was really didn't pan out in their favour when Mouse Sports decided to go for that B site. They were both up long A. And, well, look at this. Good rifle and XF making a very early push up B tons by the looks of things. Cash and Tixo are going to be sitting in those tons as well. And there could be a load of action kicking off any second now.
There we go. Tixo will fall. Cash is still there watching it. It's a great double with the FAMAS from XF. That's exactly what Tyloo needed early on in this round. TB will take out Gob as Mouse Sports start to push around. Bomb is down there though, on short. There's only 6 now remains. And he's going to find it very difficult because that bomb's down in a horrible position. Tyloo will look to surround it, I'm imagining. Yeah. Boost up on the boxes. Get into positions to hold 6 off here. And he really could do with a flash.
He really could.
If he had a flash, then this situation may be doable. But there was Carl. You may have seen him down through those double doors in middle. And Tyloo will bring it back level again. 4 rounds to 4. And if they keep this up, if they can go in with maybe a slim lead or just a slim deficit into the half, I think Tyloo could, be looking good here on Dust 2. They're on the weaker side, and they've kept it even so far.
Yep, they have. And that last round, XF's decision to push early on into those lower tons just really caught Mouse Sports by surprise.
Well, here is a eco round for Mouse Sports. And a round where the grenades will be all important, and Tyloo there just mopping up. It was a fast Mouse Sports push, which we don't see like ever on Dust 2, but it was an eco. They wanted to get it out of the way, see what they could pick up, maybe have a weapon there. But they will go behind, actually for the first time, Matt, since the pistol round.
Yep. So Tyloo's starting to really, oh, look at this, another really aggressive push from Tyloo on CT. Alex is going to be sitting in those lower tons. Mouse Sports are making their way down here any second now, and look at this could be devastating. I got really excited there seeing Alex in those lower tons and just looking on the map overlay and just anticipating those Mouse Sports guys to just come piling down those stairs. But well, it's a 3-on-4 now, and Tyloo well spread out here. Actually, they're in good position. We've got Sykes and Cash sort of lower Tons area right now. They're meeting up with God B, who's centre. And, well, they're going to come up against XF, who's sitting at short A any second now. God B takes him down.
Well, Good Rifle still causing a problem from middle with that AWP, and Mousesports have to get into this A site and get it on lockdown quickly before Tyloo can rotate into positions where they can do damage, and they're moving slow. 3 on 2, Carl, Good Rifle and TB against 6 and God B. Bomb will be planted here again. It's going to be a plant for a catwalk defense. 6 is down low by the boxes. TB will be flashed up as he comes around, but he's seen ahead there and will look for this kill. Does have a grenade, which is surely going to kill God B. It does. 6 is now the last man standing. He's going to come in behind, but TB was watching. Bomb will be defused here by Carl, and Tyloo will extend their lead 6 rounds to 4. Matt, I mean, break that round down for us. Where was it won by Tyloo?
Well, it had to be the aggression. I mean, early on, yet again, it's happened a couple of rounds now. We saw those Tyloo members sort of just make their way through those double doors very early on in the game, and I mean, Mousesports just couldn't deal with that early aggression we saw from Tyloo. And, well, you know how Mousesports play. They're always sort of rational. They've got a lot of composure, but they can't seem to keep their composure against this Tyloo aggression and creativity.
Well, here's the Mousesports composure, and it's an eco round with a fast rush into A. Bomb will get planted, and that's good stuff here from Mousesports. On the eco, get the bomb down, see what you can do to hold on. Tyloo can't lose this round. This is a really big round for them now that bomb's down. Should they lose, they're going to be in trouble, but Good Rifle's got himself a hat-trick. TB's moving in. That's all Mousesports players dead. Bomb's going to get defused, and Tyloo are going to make it 7-4. 1 round more on the board, and they guarantee themselves a lead going on to the stronger T side. And that's a great start from Tyloo with still a good few rounds to go. They could extend a bit of a lead here.
They certainly could, and we mentioned, you know, Ceres, usually Mousesports' strongest side on this Dust 2 map. And just glancing at the scoreboard, well, all the Mousesports players with a similar sort of fragging score, which, you know, is really a statement of, you know, what a teamwork-based team they are. And as for Tyloo, XF topping the scoreboard on 12-7 right now. But, you know, there haven't been any glaring sort of differences, I think, between the players. No one's really drastically underperforming or overperforming. But as we know with Mousesports, I mean, you know, such a teamwork-oriented side. And, again, they're going to try and control this mid. Capio with the bomb in hand is going to make his way up that short A. They're going to come up against Good Rifle and Alex if they decide to make that push. But they are going to drop the bomb over to Sykes, who's making his way up those tunnels along with Tixo and Cash. So, God B and Capio looking to make a distraction here in this A bomb site. Smokes are going to be thrown out. And, well, as for the remaining 3 Mousesports players, they're going to be sitting in the tuns, ready to make a push with that bomb. And, well, Kyle and XF are going to be in that B site, looking to cause some damage with that AWP at the back.
Well, let's see if they can do it. Here come Mousesports. 6 will be the man to look over and actually get the bomb down. Here is XF and Carl, both 4. TB looking to make a quick reply for Tyloo as Capio and his head taken off there. Now Tyloo looking like they're going to split up here for the retake. God B's inside B tunnels. He's already picked off TB, who was low health anyway. But it looks like Tyloo are going to hold on to their weapons. They're, you know, only 2 men remaining. Good Rifle and Alex. Not really worth it. Alex will go down to God B. Good Rifle sat here watching middle and those B tunnels.
Yep, no exit kills for Good Rifle today because, well, the Mousesports guys are nowhere to be seen. And a very solid B takeover there from Mousesports. Very efficient. The flashes were perfect.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing from Mousesports. Once they you know, get this kind of practiced entry to a site and it falls in place for them, it really does fall in place. You know, they can pretty much do anything that they set their mind to, and once they get it down, then it's going to work out for them. That round's going to go their way, which they have proved there and have proved to us time and time before.
Yeah, Cash could really do some damage here, actually, or he could get caught out. It was, oh, very nice.
Brilliant shot there from Cash, just edging his way through those middle double doors. TB has taken down one, XF with another. It's all level here. GodB will now push up early onto Catwalk. He's taken off the head of TB, and that's what Mouse Sports need to, you know, regain the lead as far as the man advantage goes, Matt.
Yep, certainly. So we're sitting at a 3-2 right now, and Tixo and GodB, those last two men remaining for Mouse Sports. And, well, GodB sitting on 14 health with that AWP in hand. He might want to switch that over to an AK if they go for this B push. Carl is going to be sitting in that B site. XF in mid, ready to give him backup.
Excuse me. Dying for a second day in a row here. Carl will take down GodB. He makes it two, actually, as Tixo followed in. And, well, Tyloo holding with just one man on that site. And they will go up finally to that 8th round, which guarantees them the lead for the second half. We've got 2 remaining, and 10-5 for Tyloo would be brilliant.
Yeah, that would be very solid, particularly considering that they are on CT. And, as we mentioned, Mouse Sports a little bit more edgier on that terrorist side. And, well, Tixu is going to be just lurking in those tunnels, trying to get a feel for what is going on in that B site. And TB making a nice early push down short A, but he is taken down by Sykes. And again, Tyloo just trying to sort of close in on Mouse Sports, trying to sort of surround them. We've got XF at those double doors waiting to do some damage up short A, and good rifle. Oof.
Well, Capio's moving in blind there as he went around onto short. There are 2 men watching that short A run up, and now it's all on Cash. He's got the bomb, and he's going to meet Carl and XF should he enter this site.
Yeah.
Keeping it quiet, though. This could be good for Cash. Let's see what he can find. He gets the head of XF, but still Carl is there ready and waiting. And Cash is probably not going to expect this. Carl will spray him down through the window. And that will be 9 rounds to 5 for Tyloo. Last round of the first half here on Dust 2. And, well, it's looking great for the Chinese side, we have to say.
Yeah. Those early peaks and, you know, the way that they just kind of seem to close in on Mouse Sports, just kind of smother them. It really seems to be paying off. Mouse Sports don't know sort of quite how to deal with it. And look at this. It's going to be a B rush from Mouse Sports. All 5 men just storming into that site, possibly getting tired of all this waiting around. But, well, maybe they were a little bit too hasty. And GodB and Tixo, last men standing. Any second now, those 4 men from Tyloo are going to pile in. And
bombs being planted. It doesn't matter for a money situation because, you know, this is the last round of the half. Now Mouse Sports have to win it. GodB and Tixo both getting a kill each there as they push aggressive out of that B side. But Tyloo were just too many men. The defuse will come in. Good half called. And that will be 10-5 in favour of Tyloo here on Dust 2 CT side. Great start for them. Let's update the old abacus. 10 rounds to 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just double checking. 1, 2.
Well, why are you putting them together? You see, if you leave them in groups of 5, Matt, you can count them without even going 1, 2, 3, 4. So there you go.
You're a professional, Joe. You're a pro.
Well, what can I say? Let's have a look, see if we can update you guys on a few scores.
6-2-3 for EG versus SK. And if anyone's actually interested in the Warcraft 3, De Muslim is currently drawing with Ted, which is quite unfortunate actually, because he won't be able to make it through into the brackets after losing 2-0 to Focus. A little bit disappointed about that. Well, Fnatic versus Foxy at 6-3. That's the latest we've got.
Wow. It's always me that gets ill when we come to a great event like this. I don't know. Not good. So we're almost ready to go here. Cash calling for the restarts, and then we should get things underway. Come back on the cards for Mouse Sports, so will Tyloo pick things up here on T side. I mean, they win Pistol. They're on 13-0, 13-5 rather.
Yeah. Yeah, Pistol crucial as always. Let's see what's happen. Let's see what will happen. Let's let the story unfold.
Well, it should unfold here any second when the admins get those restarts on the board, and we can get things underway. Like we said, EG versus EG versus SK over on the other server here, and we can hopefully drop into that should this game finish before that one. Otherwise, we'll just keep you updated with the scores.
I think I really feel that EG are hungry to beat SK actually, because they had a rather close game to them earlier on in the year, and it was around the time when everyone was sort of doubting them and saying, look, you know, you guys are washed up after Source and all that business, and everyone was questioning why they were receiving the funding to go to these international events. But they did have a very close game against SK in the early stages of their comeback to 1.6. After adding Lurpis to the roster, and I think they're hungry for revenge here.
Well, we'll have to see. That's a hard game to call again, and we saw both teams playing yesterday. EG, of course, lots of Titans, Matt. That could be the deciding, difference there.
And if I'm not mistaken, SK, Robin actually, I think he was on holiday for a week or something. Recently, so as far as I'm aware, they haven't had a great deal of time to practice. I think something like a week or less is the most they've had.
Well, they've got a new lineup as well, so
yeah,
we'll have to see. But we're going to get things back underway here. 10-5 in favour of Tyloo. They now go on to the strongest T side. Let's see if they can win Pistol, Matt.
Yeah, let's do that. So 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The round is going to kick off. It's going to be the Pistol and, well, sort of just filling space with obvious information here. And if we just take a look at the overlay, we can see a lot of stuff is going to be happening in A. Tyloo making that early push up short A. Mouse Sports could actually get caught in a bad spot here because the bomb is going to go down, and Alex doing a fantastic job actually holding back up in that mid area behind the crates, and this looks like a perfect start for Tyloo. Mouse Sports are going to be trying to recuperate.
Well, this is a very difficult one here for Mouse Sports to get back. Good rifle there, was off towards the left-hand side. Good start here on the defense, and it's now 2 men for Mouse Sports, Capio and Cash. And well, TB and XF hold on, and they take the victory.
Yep. Tyloo went into that A site without any resistance whatsoever from Mouse Sports, who was sort of bunched around B and the mid. And they just got that bomb down with such ease. It was almost as though they sort of predicted perfectly what Mouse Sports were going to do. And as we mentioned, Alex, or you might have noticed, Alex just holding back there behind that crate and getting Mouse Sports caught out. And, well, Tyloo opting for the old A-long strategy after getting those guns. And solid so far. Mouse Sports are going to sort of group up around A, and, well, Tyloo not making a move here, possibly trying to get the Mouse Sports guys picked off, but Mouse Sports not falling into that trap, not going to peek long. There's 3 of them grouped up in short A right now. Tyloo just being patient here.
Yeah, they're trying to make Mouse Sports come to them, I think, here. Alex and Carl both ready and waiting. They're going to make the move here any second. They've actually got Capio off to the left here. Just behind the wall towards CT's bomb. But here comes a push. First kill for 6. He gets 2 there even. Tyloo quickly replying. And both Godbeat and Capio have been dropped. There's still one man on the site there. He will be taken out by TB. Bomb should get planted here any second. And now Cash. Remove this man in this Mouse Sports lineup. Will have to win it all alone. Great headshot with the deagle.
That was delicious. There's 2 guys left. And what can Cash do here? As we've often said, he does have a fair bit of flair. And, well, he's taken down by Alex. And, yeah, I'm pleased to see him in the Mouse Sports roster. I think he was, you know, what they needed. I mean, obviously, Sykes and Tixo, they often have their moments when it comes to those sort of clutch rounds, but I think Cash is a nice addition to that team.
Yeah, Cash certainly has had it a lot since replacing Gore, and you know, Mouse Sports won Game Goo and in Bilbao in Spain, and they've come out strong. Of course, they won the Intel Extreme Masters Super Cup as well. So. So far this season with Cash, he's very good. And actually, he's looking good here for Mouse Sports this round. They managed the first 2 kills. TB will get the bomb in place. And now Mouse have to rotate with just USPs. I don't fancy their chances here, to be honest. We will start to work in. It's now all on Capio, who's got so many men bearing down onto him with those AKs. Oh, actually, there is still one man. Right, it's got B. Yep. He's on the outer. Just
gonna try and pick off
trying to be a ninja
exit
and steal a weapon. Or just be a ninja in general. Or not. As he moves in, Carl was there already. And they were kind of expecting that maybe to happen. So, that's 13-5. And now we see the first gun round of this second half. Mouse Sports really need to pick it up here. It's 13 rounds to 5. This one would put them up to 14, which means Mouse Sports need to win every single round afterwards should they want to win the game without pushing overtime.
Yep. We mentioned that Mouse Sports won the IEM Super Cup. They had a solid performance throughout. I've just forgotten the name of the convention that we spent so long at.
The one that was around the corner from here. You mean Gamescom?
Gamescom, of course. Yeah, they played solid throughout Gamescom, not just in the Super Cup, but also in the ENC. Although losing out to Sweden in the finals. That
wasn't just Mouse Sports.
Yeah, I know. There was it was a mix of German players, but.
Well, good start this round for Mouse Sports. Capio's taken down Carl inside middle, and that was Tyloo trying to split the map in half. Good rifle has fallen to God B. This could be the first round of this second half for Mouse Sports, but here come Tyloo. X has picked off one. Capio will fall, as does God B, and it now comes down to a very close round here. 3 versus 1, in fact, in the end. And it's Alex, who's all on his lonesome. Let's see what he can do. I think nothing, actually.
Yeah, 22 HP. Sykes is going to be waiting for him.
He's got 20 seconds as well.
He's going to pick up that bomb, which surely Sykes would have heard, and Nade is going to be thrown over.
Bam.
There we go.
There we go. Mouse Sports picking up their first of this second, which will bring us to 13-6. Now, let's see if Mouse Sports can have a bit of a run, because that's what they need now should they want to win this first map. They can't keep relying on taking 1 or 2 rounds here compared to the one of Tyloo. They have to have a good run, Matt.
Yeah, they really do. And there was a fair bit of controversy, actually, surrounding the Super Cup in Gamescom. A lot of people were saying that Fnatic were a little bit worse for wear after the ESL Players Party, and that the finals wasn't a reflection of what they're truly capable of.
Well, Fnatic weren't in the final for a start.
Yeah, the first bracket game. The finals was, of course, Mouse Sports versus Meet Your Makers. No, it wasn't. MTW.
You've been asleep for like 6 months, Matt. I think so. Anyway, here's Tyloo making an attack. Carl's taking down Tixo. The Chinese side making their move now on this A-bomb site. Let's see if Mouse Sports can keep a hold of it. One man going to go down here at close range to Good Rifle. It was God B there who had got a kill of his own. 6 there. Actually, hopping up. Good play from Good Rifle, taking out Capio. Bomb is planted, and I think it's 6. Yeah, 6 in Cash versus Good Rifle and TB. There goes 6. Cash moving up long A as well. He's got lots to do here, especially now as he's being naded as well. He's got one man through the box. That will be TB, and Tyloo will move up to that elusive 14th. Now, Mouse Sports do have to win every single round if they want to win this map without overtime, and I think that's going to be too much of a big ask for Mouse Sports at this stage.
Yep, I think you're right, Joe. I think it's an uphill struggle, and Sykes and Cash going to be the men in B yet again. Tyloo possibly going for an A split here. 3 men are going to be already down long and making a push. Mouse Sports are not going to be bait and fall into their trap. Bomb is going to be dropped by Alex, picked up by TB, and they're going to leave Carl down long A while they get a feel for this mid area. Cash is sitting in lower tons, and, well, they're going to try and... Mouse Sports maybe going to try and mirror what Tyloo did to them so often in the first half and really kind of put that pressure on, surround them, smother them.
Where's Cash?
Alex with the bomb in hand, making his way down short A.
Cash is going to cause a lot of problems here as he takes down 2. 6 has got on with a deagle as well. And the money's not great for Mouse Sports. Well, they're relying on this 14 kind of score. They want to win this game. So they've bought whatever they can, and it's a risk. Tyloo have Carl moving in from behind here from Catwalk. He's taking out Tixo. He's got another man in front. Here comes the flash. That was kind of brilliant from Carl, pushing out there, getting the bomb. Unlucky for him that Capio wasn't actually as flashed up as he expected, and Mouse Sports were able to pick that up. So that's the second of the second half, and it brings us to 14-7, Matt.
Yep, it does indeed. And, well, TB from Tyloo has been a standout player, sitting at 10-2 so far. And Sykes topping the board for Mouse Sports, sitting at 9 frags, 4 deaths. Not certain how many of those are diffuses or bomb frags. We've got Good Rifle going to be sitting back on 3 HP.
Yeah, he's been clipped through the wall as he entered those B tunnels, which is never a good start to an attack.
No.
And obviously this is an eco round here for the T side of Tyloo.
Mouse Sports very, very sort of well spread on this CT side.
They shouldn't find this too difficult, in my opinion. Should Mouse Sports. I mean, Tyloo, I guess, are going to rush out in a couple of different areas and hope to get a kill and maybe free themselves up a weapon. Capio will get the double inside of middle. They're going to drop down now into that CT spawn. Capio will take all 4 remaining Tyloo players and says, well, that wasn't so hard. And he will bring the score back to 14-8. And Mouse Sports have a lifeline here, but still, it's a fair amount of rounds. I mean, 6 rounds in a row to bring us to 14. 8 rounds if they want to win the game. It's a long way to go for Mouse Sports. And I think Tyloo, they've showed us that they can probably pick up another 2 rounds out of the remaining.
Yep. We're going to have Carl, TB, and XF going long A. They're going to come face to face with Tixo any second now. Nade's going to come out. They've spotted him down that pit. Nade's going to come out from Tixo. He manages to take down TB. And XF is going to try and back off, sitting on 23 HP. Sykes takes down Alex.
XF was totally blind there for a second. Mouse Sports could have capitalised on that. They've pushed Capio in as well. And now Good Rifle will be all on his own with that AWP, waiting for Mouse Sports to come to him.
Yeah, he's really going to want to make a save here, but there's 48 seconds left remaining, and, well, Mouse Sports most likely is going to try and track him down, take him out.
Good Rifle still waiting for those Mouse Sports men to push around him. They've got the bomb covered over there by that T-spawn. I'm not sure whether that's Good Rifle's health not being updated properly or whether he does only have 3 HP. But I think he's going to have a lot of pressure to do something here. He's going to see one. He is going to get the kill onto Tixo. Let's now see if there are any more coming around to him. Grenade is pushed. And Capio played that brilliantly there. Don't peek around the corner, just spray it first. And, well, it went straight through. Good Rifle was hit in the head. And that will be another round for Mouse Sports then. 14 rounds to 9.
Yeah, beautiful quick scope there from Good Rifle. But unsurprisingly, not managing to carry that AWP through to the next round. So, 4-4. And again, we're going to see a little push down long.
Yeah, I mean, they're on the eco, so, no armors and stuff, and those grenades can be very, very deadly, as it has just been proved. And, well, that was a quick mop-up round for Mouse Sports, and they've brought it now all the way back to 14 rounds to 10. And, well, now we have the possibility. Now Mouse Sports are in double figures. And this is where Tyloo really have to get around on the board, give themselves the safety of overtime at least.
Yeah, Mouse Sports really closing in here. And Tyloo seem to be really keen on these early long A pushes. And they're going to do it again. And Carl almost caught out God B, I think it was, from behind. Alex is going to take a peek through double doors by the looks of things. But we're following TB, who's sitting in those tunnels. And waiting.
Very patient here from Tyloo. Let's see if they can make another move. There goes XF. That's the start they were looking for. Quick reply there from Tixo, and that's what Mouse Sports had to do. Carl, though, will bring it back in favour of Tyloo. Cash here with a great double over by B, and that could keep Mouse Sports in this game as Alex now has spotted his teammate running up towards A. That's Carl. Cash will flash back, and it's 2-on-2. The bomb is down over by B. Carl will work over there. Tixo's probably had the call to start moving over himself. They have that bomb between them. Oh, Tixo getting away there. He must have lost, yeah, down to 25. Took lots and lots of damage as he crossed over. Cash is in there. Here comes Carl. It's now a 1 versus 1. It's Tixo versus Carl. Carl will get the bomb, and he's going aggressive into B tunnels. Where's Tixo? He's ran away the opposite side, and look at the time. Just ticking down to 0, and that will be, well, brilliantly played by Tixo to keep Mouse Sports in this one. And just a little bit too little too late there from Tyloo. The score 14 rounds to 11 now.
Yeah, Mouse Sports really picking things up, really closing in on Tyloo, and they're going to have to keep this momentum going. Just, they're going to have to they're going to have to pull off something special here to prevent Tyloo from getting that round on the board that they need to take this.
Here comes Tyloo, though. TB's taken that. Oh, actually, it was XF that got the kill in the end. Alex will have one as well. Tyloo are all over this B site, but the fragging is quite even at the moment. God B has picked off Good Rifle. Good grenade coming in onto TB. Bomb will be planted. Great bit of play by XF there. He's outpeaked 6 by window. Now Capio will move in from B tunnels. They have to shut him down quickly, otherwise they could be split into 2 forces here on the defense. Capio will take down XF. This looks good for Mouse Sports. It's 2-on-2. Bomb is ticking away, though. They have to start to work their way into this side. Capio will look through, will take down TB. It's now on Carl. That bomb is ticking very, very quickly. Capio is now the last man standing. Surely Carl's done enough, and he will get the 2 frags at the end. And Tyloo will move up to that map point at 15 rounds to 11. Finally, they'll be breathing a sigh of relief here. They need just one more to take this first map against Mouse.
Yeah, for those of you wondering why Tyloo were on 15 before, well, maybe our producers are simply psychic and they knew that Tyloo were going to win that round. And, well, can Tyloo grab this next one? Let's see. We've got Cash, who's going to be in B right now. He's just chucked out a smoke, but Tyloo are going to sort of
aggressive
move in on A. Yeah, again, yeah. Carl and Alex are sitting back along A, and they're going to try and go for this split. This could be interesting. Maybe we should switch over to Carl or Tixo. Or maybe not, as Capio decides to back away. Most of the action should be around this short A area, should Tyloo decide to make a move.
TB still waiting. They've got plenty of time this round. Flashes have gone over into that A site, but Tyloo still not committed here. There goes Tixo onto Carl. Not the greatest start they were looking for after that double from Tixo. Now Tyloo have to make their move on Catwalk, which they are shortly doing. God B will go down to TB's Galil. Here comes Capio, though. This could be bad for Tyloo. Capio finally picked off. There's another man there, and Tyloo are flashed up on the side. Tixo will take out TB. It's all on Good Rifle, who takes down 1. It's a 1 versus 2 now. And Good Rifle, grenades coming in. 6 will be there as well as Cash. And, well, Mouse Sports live a little bit longer in this one. And it's now 15-12.
Yeah, that A split from Tyloo was simply crippled by Tixu, who decided to push early up along A, and he was around those sort of double doors. Tyloo were waiting right outside, sort of for most of the round, about ready to make their move for that A split. But normally what we've seen them do is go for the aggressive push on that long A early on.
Sinika around here from Tyloo, they're discussing what's going on. They're discussing their tactics for, well, making this 16 rather than letting Mouse Sports come back for the draw.
Yeah. Oh, look at this from Cash catching them with their pants down.
I don't think they really cared. I mean, that was literally just time spent discussing what they were going to do here for the next round. It's now 15-13, 2 rounds to go. Matt, what are your opinions on what's going to happen here?
Well, hopefully that time they've had in that last round was enough, although it was cut short by Mouse Sports. Hopefully that was enough for them to discuss not only what they're going to do in this round, but also in the latter stages of the game as things really reach ahead here. We do have Alex and Good Rifle moving through those tunnels along with TB. Cash is going to be the only man sitting in that B side. He's taken down by a Good Rifle, and well, looks like they're going to get the bomb down here. God B is going to make his move quickly. He takes down TB. Tixo takes down XF. That bomb is ticking, and well, just Alex remaining. Still hasn't got the bomb down. And, well, Carl and Alex teaming up and managing to demolish Mouse Sports, and Tyloo taking it 16-13. Fantastic stuff from them. And, well, really good, strong start. Unexpected. We said we thought Mouse Sports would be solid, and Tyloo managing to catch them out here today.
Well, I told you that the Chinese teams are going to do well here against Mouse Sports. Obviously, WMV did it. I was expecting, to be honest, Mouse Sports to win this map. They lost to WNV, and unfortunately, I didn't get to see that match, so I don't know exactly, how the actual styles were in comparison between Tyloo and WNV. But either way, Mouse Sports, this time it was a little bit closer. They brought it back to 16-13. Last time they lost 16-6, I think it was, to WNV. So, a little bit closer this time, but we're now going to move on to Nuke. And actually, let's have a look quickly at, where is it? SK Gaming versus Evil Geniuses over on the other side is 14-13 in favour of SK. So a really, really close first map there. And that's Train, which we actually saw both teams in action on yesterday, when we know that both of them are very strong Train sides. So, again, very hard one to call. And I think these quarterfinals on the top bracket are probably, a bit more balanced than the bottom side, Matt.
Yeah, I think you're right. And, well, I definitely want to watch the HLTV of that EG SK game after that matchup. And